Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching GEEKCASTER. My name is Phil Geeks, and today we have in our studio
Dayveonne, Bussey, the one that was drinking tea.
Or Reed Davis, the one indie of the screen.
Yeah, and you're watching GEEKCASTER, everything sci-fi fantasy. We talk about super content. We talk about films, a lot of shows, series, tech, and other things around geekdom. That's right, GEEKCASTER. Whatever you geek over, we talk about it. You know what? I think we should change it up for the folks and talk about some wellness stuff. I think that'll be good. But before we do that, we would be very much in trouble. We would actually lose our geek card if we don't talk about Mandalorian season 2. So let's start off in the beginning. Season 2 Mandalorian, and we're only going to go up to what? 1 through 5 or 1 through 4? What do you feel?
Let's go all the way up to the most recent.
All right. So this is the thing. We start off pretty smooth. I mean, he's still got the child, known as the child in the beginning of the series. But it really gave me this feeling of like Knight Rider, or like those old westerns where there's a mission, but every step along the way every episode seems to be another little mission. In fact, this brings me all the way back to the Incredible Hulk. If you ever get a chance in TV land and check out the old Incredible Hulk, he had a very specific objective, but everywhere he turned, there was another mini mission. And now it's getting a little annoying. What are you guys feeling?
I don't think it's annoying. I think what it is they're giving you bits and pieces of the journey. And maybe, you don't want to rush into story to story. People need side stories to basically get to the real story.
Is that just a way of drawing it out? Because
No, I don't think so. I think Star Wars is always, like you said, there's always an objective. And they move from objective to objective. And to see it done in TV episode format, I really do enjoy it.
Well, one thing I have to say is super brilliant is that they really give you this feeling that you're watching a Star Wars movie, but then at the same time you're like, wait a minute, this is a series.
Right. Genius. Jon Favreau did an amazing job with the show.
Yeah. I'm going to play some music underneath because, yeah, just a little dead here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. John is like the man. I want to meet him, and I would like to shake his hand and say, listen, sir, you're cool. That's it. That's all I want to say. So, anyway, back to what did you think of some of the episodes? Anything stand out for yourselves that was like, wow, this was pretty whack, or this was pretty amazing?
Like the little dark episode, I would say was episode 2 or 3 with the eggs.
Chapter 10, episode 2 of season 2.
Mm-hmm.
That was weird. Oh, because the child was eating the eggs.
Yeah,
Why was that weird? Why was that weird? He's a child. Most kids put things in
technically, he's 500 years old.
50.
So is he a child? Or is it 50 years old?
50 years old.
So is he really a child? Or is he a teen?
For his species, he's still a child. Because we don't know how old Yoda was, because Yoda was ancient for his species.
Wow. Well, you know what? I'd like to agree with Dayveonne on that, because if you think about it, how come they didn't get mad? They didn't notice how many eggs they had in that thing? And didn't they realize there was a considerable amount of eggs that were not left in that thing?
No, because if you look at any amphibian species, they lay a lot of eggs, expecting some eggs to not hatch. But the mission was to continue her species. If she laid 20 eggs and 10 survived, you're still mission accomplished. It's just that's how it happens with a whole bunch of eggs. I think
Listen,
it's fine.
listen, because you're so focused, meaning herself, about keeping her species going, I think she'll notice a couple eggs were missing. Okay, so
No.
really quick, well, for anyone that didn't see it, basically, Mandalorian had to bring the baby to a planet, the child at this point, right? And then but they needed a guide or someone, or I forgot. They had to bring some lady with a bunch of eggs in a jar, and baby Yoda.
Let me explain it better.
Okay, but quickly, because you like to draw things out, and Christmas happens, and then
All
have
right,
New
quick
Year's, and then I get
synopsis while
pregnant.
you're
It's crazy.
talking. So pretty much, the Mandalorian went to this the same location where the person that fixed his ship before in season 1. So what happened was, in order for him to figure out where the child belonged, he had to escort one of the people that was blah 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 blah, which is the fish or the frog, to another planet, because there was the person that basically can show them what location the baby belongs to. Through the trip, Baby Yoda, I'm not going to say his real name yet because we ain't get to that episode.
Yoda. It's the child,
It's
not
the
Baby
child.
Yoda.
Aha,
Child.
got him.
It's Baby Yoda, the child, and
The
something
child.
else. But back to the subject. They get stranded because
Time's up. See, you see.
Look, I can.
No,
do
that was
better
pretty
job.
good though, Dayveonne. That was pretty good. I have to give you an applause for that. That was pretty impressive.
That was a little all over the place, but I can do a better job.
kick rocks.
All right.
Oh,
So they
by
go
the
back
way,
to
ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the after show. This is where we focus on one thing and we kind of kill it to the ground and have a whole bunch of gurky, nerdy, geeky talk. Yeah. Or we just talk about random things like toenails, horses, and why I think that Bryce Howard should marry me. Yeah. Anyway, she's already married, but anyway.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's the storytelling from my dad. So basically, continuing with the quest of delivering the child to an unknown destination, they go back to Tatooine where they fill an objective, and he's looking for another objective to deliver the child to. So on his way, he has to deliver a species of passenger. That passenger is Frog Lady. I forget her name. And she has cargo. And he has to deliver her to her destination to continue his journey of delivering the child to a safe space. And then we get all Star Trek-y, where they crash on an ice planet. And it's these weird spider-like creatures. And it gave me a lot of Star Trek vibes. But they continue. And everyone's upset about this episode because during their transport, the child ate some of her offspring. I thought it was okay. I thought it was very realistic. Childs eat. He eats a lot. We saw that in earlier episodes. His delicacy is frog. So it only continued. And yeah, that's pretty much the episode.
That's true. He did eat frog. Wait a minute.
Mhm.
Interesting. You know, we always say the child. We never really say he or she. How do we just assume that the child is male?
I don't think they use gender pronouns in the Star Wars.
They don't?
No.
Yeah, I don't think they
Ever? No, because even in the subtitles, they call the Lady Frog Lady Frog. Ah.
I
Got
think
They
'em.
didn't say her though. They didn't say her. They said lady.
Well, yeah, because she was looking for her husband. So I mean,
Lady, her, same thing. She.
biologically speaking, a female and a male have to produce offspring. So she was trying to return to her husband. You can't adopt because they were the last of their species. So it only made sense that there was one female, one male. So Lady Frog.
Yeah.
But the species continues, so I don't know what the uproar was. But anyway, I digress.
Well, I think
I really felt
for all, maybe people were just like they were hoping that Yoda was such because he vibrated on such a high vibration that he'd be vegan.
And in a
I don't
weird
know.
way, he's like an alien frog. So there's like a bit of cannibalism in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dayveonne, are you still eating?
No,
What you got going on, Dayveonne?
Did you eat a
Nothing.
frog? Did you eat a frog egg?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Rewind the tape. Rewind it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't choke on those lies,
Yep.
sir.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep. 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 Yep.
But I sure enough say, if I was, it was sure enough delicious.
So, are we still going to stop on episode 2, which is chapter 10 in the saga, or are we moving on to episode 3,
Let's
chapter
move
11?
on to episode 3.
So, the Mandalorian got caught wind that there were other Mandalorians, and he goes to this planet where he's trying to find others of his kind to continue his quest of delivering the child to an unknown destination at this point. And we find out that there are other Mandalorians who separated from the original Mandalorians. It's their history of Mandalorians is kind of tainted. I thought I was understanding it, but then it kind of got confused here in this episode. But
Yeah.
it was still.
I didn't really like this one because I think that whole split and because even they even teased this in the very first episode of season 2, where the guy took this suit and the armor is very obviously Boba Fett. Like it was the exact Boba Fett thing, and how did he get it, and then we see actual Boba Fett, right? They showed Boba Fett.
That's his son, for what I was told.
Yeah, the son of Boba Fett.
Well, the son of Boba Fett, which genetically would look just like
Timothy Oliphant.
Wait a minute. No. That should have been Boba Fett. Because remember, back in the day, we saw Boba Fett was a clone of his father. So Boba Fett as an adult would look like that guy that you just mentioned. So that should have been actually Boba Fett. Because remember, we didn't see him die. We saw him getting swallowed. And according to the books, Boba Fett survived.
Yeah, but then you gotta continue with the timeline after what was it? The Clone Wars, and I'm not sure if this is post Rebels or around the same time as Rebels. It would make sense that Boba Fett had a kid, and that kid was Timothy Oliphant.
But wait a minute. Where is this in the timeline? This is before A New Hope? I mean, not A New Hope, the last 3 movies. This is before the last 3 movies? Or this is after?
This is
before the last.
Before the last 3 movies. Before Rey and Kylo Ren. This is before that.
Are you sure?
Yes. Because this is supposed to take place after Clone Wars, but I'm not sure if it's before Rebels or around the same time as Rebels.
But that doesn't make sense because of the fall. Wait a minute, let me think about this here. Because it's supposed to be the fall, because the Clone Wars, the Empire is supposed to be really strong. They keep talking about the fall.
Right, so it's after
the Clone Wars. It's after the Clone Wars, but Rebels, I didn't watch Rebels yet. I'm not sure where Rebels falls in the timeline.
Can you Google this? Can you Google it? See what they say. Is there an official Star Wars thing on this? Because I heard there was this discrepancy between when this is supposed to be, and then they're kind of playing it because they don't want to commit. You know, Disney tries to play these games with timelines. I blame Marvel.
Okay. It's set 5 years after the events of Return of the Jedi, which is 1983, and the fall of the Empire. The Mandalorian, yeah.
Okay, well, if it's 5 years after, that could be Boba Fett. Should be Boba Fett. Makes sense it's Boba Fett.
Wait, no.
Set 5 years after the events of Return of the Jedi.
Right.
And the fall of the Empire. So
Oh, so this is way after Rebels. Did we see Boba Fett in Return of the Jedi?
Yeah. Remember he was on the barge and he got hit over and he fell into the. Remember he fell into the little pit?
Yeah, so he survived, and then that's when they explained in the episode that he found that armor, right? Or it was handed to him. I can't remember the first episode.
Well, what happened was he was those little people things. They picked him up, and then
the sand people.
Right, and then he traded his something for something, and they were like, "Hey, you want this armor?" And he took the armor.
Yeah. And then he became the sheriff of that town, right?
Right. And it makes sense. He got it from the sand people because guess what? That monster was in the sand and it's probably spit him out. And it makes sense. He's like, you know what? I'm done with the Empire. I didn't get any out of this. This is whack. No one's going to pay me money. Yeah, I don't need this outfit anymore. Besides, it smells like vomit. So it makes sense.
That's kind of contradictory, right? Because if he survived, how did he get out of the armor?
Wait a minute. Kari, you're a genius. Wait a minute. Hold on here. If he was a real Mandalorian, he wouldn't give up that armor for anything.
Right.
Plus the fact it costs so much money, and it's such a pure metal that even lightsabers can't go through it. Which is really weird because they're supposed to be able to go through anything, so I don't know. This is kind of corny.
That's as we saw in episode, what was it? This last episode 5, that it went through Beskar Steel. Never mind. It took some beating, but yeah, it went through the steel. Okay.
Well, no, I mean, it definitely was taking a beating, and you know.
But it's not as easy. It's much harder for the lightsaber to go through it.
Yeah.
Let's put it like that.
Gotcha.
All right, and also I would like to put out that on this episode, for those who are wrestling fans, Mercedes, I forgot her last name, Mercedes Vanessa, is formerly known as Sasha Banks, the boss on WWE. WWE. And that is Snoop Dogg's cousin. Just to let people know.
What did she play?
She played.
Sasha Banks in WWE.
Yeah, but he was saying what did she play in the show, right?
Right.
She was one of the Mandalorian, the one that was slurping up the octopus, I think.
Oh, yeah. So she was one of the protectors of the original founders who split. She was the second female.
Correct.
The hot one?
Yeah.
Did she say a line?
Did she have a lot of lines. She said she had a good number of lines.
A couple of one-liners, but not like a full.
Oh yeah, not. But you saw her throughout you saw her when she walked in with the hooded scarf to cover who she is, and then she had a couple of one-liners, but it was good enough, so it wasn't. It was something.
That's funny. I didn't even recognize her.
I paid attention. To details.
But I think we beat this episode. Are we going to chapter 12, episode 4, season 2?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, because you was glued to the screen for some strange reason.
Yeah, I was like, what's Phil doing?
Yeah, he was like
pressing buttons over here.
Gotcha. So, chapter 12, episode 4, season 2. He goes to, damn it, what's that planet that he dropped his old allies off at? Oh man, I forget that planet. Anyway, he goes back to that planet, helps them out with a mission, which kind of confirms the ending of season 1, and now then Jaren has that information and he goes with that. So it was just a really prolonged way to find out that Giancarlo's character is still alive.
Right.
Yeah. And those characters are probably going to have to be X'd for us to build some sort of like caring, because if they just like the get along gang and just keep everybody in it, then I don't know. It's gonna. I don't know. It's waning. I love this series. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but I need a big change, and just let's just go to the next episode. Breaking the ice, giving the child a name is not enough.
Well,
I'm not gonna say it for those that didn't watch it, but listen.
We can
I
give
need
it,
more.
because it's already over the internet.
Yeah, everyone's spoiling it now. Ahsoka, right? Ahsoka Tano's character, played by
Rosario Dawson.
my future wife, hopefully.
Well, she
finally.
likes New Jersey, or at least people that run for office. So you got a shot.
If something bad happens between her and Cory Booker, then it's a strong possibility.
Yeah.
Look, my name's Cory. You call me Cory Booker. We can be twins. We're both bald.
Well, she likes bald heads, and she likes guys named Cory. You're in a good position.
Shot.
Cory!
Yeah. So
So she appears.
Yep.
One of his side quests was to meet a Jedi, take the child to the Jedi, which was Ahsoka Tano, and she gives us a lot of information about his species, how he came to be, and his actual name, which is Grogu.
Grogu, yeah.
Which everyone felt was slighted, because if it was Yoda's race, and Yoda starts with a Y, and if you go into the lore, there's also Yaddle, everyone thought that the child's name would start with a Y to continue with the lore, but Jon Favreau said, no, we're going to call him Grogu.
Grogu.
isn't that what you do in the morning when you brush your teeth?
Oh.
Grogu down those fish eggs.
Yeah. What do you think of her being a Jedi? Were you convinced?
Yes.
Even watching it in the animated series, which is funny because I thought in Clone Wars that Rosario Dawson would make a great Ahsoka Tano, and then someone would fan casted her saying, hey, wouldn't it be great if Rosario was Ahsoka Tano, and they put her and Ahsoka Tano together, and then Disney got hold of it like, oh, that's cool. Rosario said yeah, they called her in, and she totally got fan casted for that role. Amazing.
Fan service, see what happens, fans? See,
I don't know. I'm a huge Rosario Dawson fan. You guys know that. But, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay, somebody's going to have to execute the red devil.
Listen, just because she's hot and she's talented doesn't mean she needs to be in every Marvel situation. And it works perfect.
It does.
It does?
It does.
Okay. Hey, Cory, if the you and Rosario doesn't work out, I'm just saying.
No. I
got seconds.
No.
Oh, well.
No.
That makes you third. You should have called it.
I big called it. Cory could vouch for that.
I plead the fifth.
Well, I plead the second, so you're third.
No, you don't count. I'll throw you.
No, I mean, I don't know. You know what it is? I think it's the fighting scenes. She didn't seem confident. She just seemed like she did the moves. I don't know.
I don't know. She totally had the mannerisms of the character. She acted just like it was like Ahsoka Tano came to life. So I don't understand right now, Phil. I really don't.
Oh no, the acting was perfect. She played the role beautifully.
The fighting scene.
I just didn't. The sword play just didn't really. I just didn't believe it.
The only thing I will say is during the episode, I didn't really get a hint of the bent lightsaber. They showed it in the after credits and like the sketches, but during the filming, I didn't really get to see the bent saber. So
No. You know what? I thought I was the only one.
Nah.
Yeah, because even when it was on her hilt, I was like, oh, okay. But when she was working it, I was like, no. It seemed like I gotta watch it again to see what happened there. So,
And
but
also,
anyway,
I mean-
I'm happy for her. I'm happy that she is the queen of Marvel. As far as I'm concerned, Rosario Dawson is definitely the. She's been in more and more Marvel episodes and things than anybody else, and those checks must look really nice.
And my question is, could she be the next Stan Lee? Taking Stan Lee's place, meaning cameos. Cameo, Rosario Dawson.
I can't with you. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I cannot. I cannot.
Yes.
Why? Because I cannot either? Why are you saying
No,
yes?
because I can't. I can't.
You can't?
You can see it. You can see it. You can see it.
Oh, no. I can see that. You, Dayveonne, I cannot.
Why?
You're hilarious.
I know, right? Do I make you happy, baby?
And
We're
on
just
that
gonna
note,
move on.
what is your social media, guys?
Dayveonne Bussey on Instagram and the Shamal Wheel Show on Instagram.
Excellent. And yourself, Mr. Corey?
Corey Davis, you can find me at IamGT3 on all of the things. All the things.
All the tings. All the
All the
tings. And just go to GEEKCASTER, GEEKCASTER.com. Check out Foodcaster and Soulcaster on GeekCaster.com. And of course, you can always find GeekCaster on IG. If you're watching this on cable, we love you. Keep supporting. Let the cable stations know that you want us to keep moving on, keep doing what we got to do. And those that are watching us on our site, comment, join us, be fans, be fanatics, support us. Let us know what you want to talk about. If you're a social media whore, you can definitely say, hey, you know what? You want to be on the show? Come on. Be a guest on our show. It's all good.
And Geeks can cook, too. So
Yeah, we can cook, and we can make a lot of lemonade, and we can vote for presidents. If we
You can
chose
do
to.
anything you want, Rosario Dawson. I believe in you.
I've been loving you long time. So, I remember when you did Grindhouse, okay? Even before that.
No, I remember you from He Got Game.
Yeah, I remember that. And,
Trance.
yeah.
That's all I will say. Trance.
I was like this. I was like, they can put that in a movie? That much beauty? Is it legal? Is it legal? I feel funny. Is it legal?
I actually petitioned her to be Wonder Woman because I thought she was very Amazonian. I'm really appreciative of Gal Gadot, but
Wait.
special place in my heart, Rosario Dawson.
But there's still a chance because they could have her as Nubian. There's still a chance for Rosario Dawson to play Nubian.
And theme music.
Is this our new outro? We're
Yeah.
doing the puppet dance.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.